Well, happy Monday. We have Adam Palma. Adam, I met you at the Chet Atkins convention many years ago and was just blown away by your playing then.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hello, Muriel, and hello, everyone who is watching us. Yeah, it was like 12 years ago. It was Tommy Emmanuel who invited me
Yes,
to
Tommy
the
was there
class, and
too.
I really enjoyed it. I think I was 4 or 5 times there, and I was so inspired by so many beautiful players. So it was like a big shift in my career and
Oh, cool.
an inspiration because, as I said, so many beautiful players like you, Tommy, Bob Saxton and all those great chaps. I really enjoy. I remember it was first time when I spent 5 days jamming almost 24
That's
hours a
right.
day.
That was a lot of jamming happening that year. But I tell you, we reconnected just now after all these years because I got your submission for the Grammys. So you're in the running for a really cool project. I tell you, I get a lot of uh, different music that comes in, and there aren't really very many that blow me away like this. So yours really blew me away. Can we play a little bit of this before we
Yeah, sure.
continue our conversation? I just want folks to hear this. This is a piece for acoustic guitar and orchestra. Cool. That's really different, right? Hmm. Nice development in the theme, right?
It's a great composition.
And so that was what etude? I just have it listed as etude here.
Yeah, it's a revolutionary etude in C minor by Chopin. It's one probably his most famous ones.
Yes. Yeah. And I've never heard it played that way. It sounds altogether different played on a guitar, a steel string flat pick guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, a
And
lot of people they email me and they said I've got a great right hand technique with my fingernails. But of course, I'm using the guitar pick, otherwise it would be impossible. And I've never played classical guitar. However, I'm a classically trained musician. I studied double bass for 8 years. So,
yeah,
and I was actually missing this repertoire, Chopin repertoire for double bass. So I thought that now, because I'm a guitarist, I should transfer some of his works to the work of acoustic guitar. Yeah, so that's my task.
yeah. And did you arrange the guitar part yourself? And who did the arranging of the orchestra
Yeah,
and
most of the arrangements are mine. I mean, syncopation and the
yeah,
accents, everything. But I had a great composer and orchestrator, Krzysztof Dębski. He's a very famous Polish movie score composer, and he orchestrated everything for me. So
oh, great.
his role was to distribute what I wanted to have to all the instruments, so cello, violins, one, two, and to double bass. So he distributed all those voices. This is what we call orchestration. Also, he helped me a few times with the arrangement. But basically, what I sent him, it was two guitars, the orchestra part and my part. I asked him to distribute the voices to the orchestra, the chamber orchestra.
Yeah. Well, big project.
Oh, it was. It was
Yeah.
a very big, expensive project and a
Yes.
stressful one
And all
because
the best for you with the upcoming Grammy votes. Yeah.
thank you. It's
Yeah.
not easy to gather 30 people because this year, even hiring the room, it is very expensive. If one person is sick or something like that, you can't record it. So
Wow.
it was very, very stressful project in my life. But I'm really happy that it turned out to be successful.
Well, yeah, I know how that feels. I decided in my life I was going to do one project that had no maximum budget and no maximum time limit, like yours.
Mhm,
What you're giving to the world, and that was my Nightlight Daylight CD, the double
mhm.
CD.
I remember.
And so now you've done your project. That's it's the same. That's your gift to the world, right?
Oh, thank you.
It's never been done, and it's really different and wonderful. Yeah. And you play flat pick. I've heard you play flat pick things that really should be finger picked, right? So why do you?
Um,
Yeah. Have you?
Probably, but as I said, I was all. My background as a guitarist is from rock music, and none of those guys, my guitar heroes, uh, played without the pick. So that was natural
So
choice.
you
I
just did,
just
and
thought that the guitar pick is something that I have to use. And the next thing, there was nobody around to show me how to play classical guitar. In a small town when I grew up, that's why in Poland. In the music school, there was no guitar class. So actually, I was passing the exam, and I thought there is a guitar class. Well, they told me, no, there's no guitar class. You have to study double bass because this is the most similar instrument to the classical guitar. So I ended up on double bass, but I think it was very beneficial for me. First of all, I can think about the bass line immediately when I
yeah.
play lead, and also my fingers are strong. So all those things that you heard on the video, I'm able to play it only because I studied double
Well, you are coming to us from the UK, from Manchester, on your way to Poland, right?
bass. Yeah, yeah.
And
I'm native Polish. I've got dual nationality now, Polish British. But
yes,
I've been living in the UK for 17 years.
yeah. I'm always fascinated by Polish music. Ever since I was not only Chopin, but the Polish waltzes. Ever since I was in high school and went every Friday night to the Argonne Folk Dance Club, and there was this one Polish waltz we would do, Ada's Kujawiak. And as soon as you'd hear that intro, you had to go grab a partner. I'd try to
Yeah,
find Charlie Turbush or Don Weeder or one of the good, really good waltz dancers, and you'd grab them, and then the waltz was you'd hold one hand and you go out and then in. You could,
Yeah.
I'm going away. No, maybe I'm coming back. Maybe I'm going away. And then all at once you'd put your hands on his shoulders, he'd grab your waist, and you'd spin around. And then you go back to this, oh, maybe, maybe not, maybe so. And it was so romantic. I mean, so much more romantic than wiggling your hips randomly, you know?
It's because your music, your traditional music is 4/4. In Poland, it's more 3/8 or 3/4, so it's a completely different feeling.
Oh,
All the
yeah.
waltzes are 3/4, so it creates more space, maybe more
Yes, more space.
romanticism.
And, right, that romance. And I would like for you to play one of the Chopin waltzes here. I'm going to
Okay.
pop you out for a minute and have you do a little Chopin waltz for us. Here we go. You ready? Oh, yeah, fantastic. Really something. You know, you play that with a real kind of a genuine Chopin feel, and then you give it your own twist here and there.
Yeah, so this is what I like to do. I mean, I like to be close to the melody and harmony of the original piece because it's beautiful. But also, I'd like to add some touch on top of that, like syncopation or a little bit of improvisation. So the harmony you probably recognize is almost the same. I just phrase a little bit different, and of course the intro and the outro is mine.
Yeah.
But the harmony and melody, I like to be close to it because it's so beautiful.
Well, you really studied Chopin's music when you were putting together the album of his music, didn't you?
Oh yes, yes. I know a lot about Chopin. I've read all of his biographies, things like that. But also I listen to his music. I'm friend with some of the greatest pianists who perform his
Wow,
concertos or ballads.
wonderful.
So a lot of things I talk about how to arrange on the guitar. They help me, and I play for them. I share their thoughts. So it's not like I just randomly pick up a few songs and then just play it. Yeah. So, but there is a story behind every single song that I pick up on my album. Adam Palma with Chopin. And
And I love the way that people kind of stretch the beats in Chopin. One, two, three, one, two. But how much stretch do you like to put in there, and how much to pull back? And
we are talking about rubato, right? So
yes,
rubato is
rubato,
when you
exactly.
stretch. Yeah, because I come from rock music, I really like to play music in groove, and and of course it's hard to play his tunes because they require you to slow down or speed up. This is what we call rubato in classical music. But when you listen to my version of Polonaise in A major or other things from that album, I really like to play those songs in groove so everybody can tap their
Ah,
foot. And I think it's a kind of new brand that you listen to classical music played in groove. All my albums were released as a CD, same Second Life.
oh,
It's with
great.
24 booklet inside. But also Chopin, it's also on vinyl as well, so people can purchase it. But all my music is also available on every streaming service. So if you want to listen Adam Palma, meet Chopin or Second Life or previous albums, are all available.
Okay, so just go to Adam Palma. Uh,
Yeah, and I think Amazon has it also as CDs and vinyl. So I'm available everywhere.
well, do you remember? I wrote a waltz for you
Yeah, I
one
do
time,
remember.
and you were going to be here, I reviewed it. Let me see if I can still remember how it goes.
Okay.
Okay, so I wrote it kind of in the style of Adus Kujawiak, that very romantic waltz that we would dance to. Now this, I haven't really titled it. I was just calling it Adam's Waltz or something. But
That's great. Beautiful.
thank you.
Beautiful.
Maybe we could
Yeah.
get some title suggestions. Has to be,
Oh,
yes,
if it's a waltz, you also need to add the major part in A major.
the A
Because
major.
all, I mean, No,
Yeah.
but in the same key. So if you are in A minor, if you look at all those waltzes that I played by Chopin, like E minor, C sharp minor, or A minor as well, they
Yeah.
also include the part that is
Okay, so include that in the title. Yes.
so most of his waltzes they have major part as well, but not in parallel like A minor to C major, but A minor and A major.
Okay. Well, let's see. It did. Oh, right. It starts with A major, but it actually goes to C major. You're
Okay,
right.
okay.
It started on an A, but so I do need to finish writing this. Then I need to do a whole section in A major, not just a
It
section that
sounds
starts on
beautiful.
A major.
It sounds beautiful.
All right. I have my mission for me.
Well, good luck.
All right. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to say? I wanted to play another cut from another orchestra cut, just for people to hear that.
The orchestra. Well, the Second Life but I believe it's the first full album that has the acoustic guitar and chamber orchestra on it. I don't think that anybody recorded album like that. I know that there are many with classical guitar, and I think Tommy also recorded a few tracks on his album with the orchestra, but he's got also the band behind. And I think that Ardemiola also recorded a Piazzolla album, and there are some tunes with the orchestra, but none of them recorded a full album. Every single track contains the orchestra. So I believe this is the first one,
Yeah.
and I hope
Very exciting.
people like it because we really put a lot of work into
Well,
it, a lot of effort.
let's hear a little polka here.
Okay.
On this. Okay. If I get to the right one here, let me see. Here it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't help myself.
Yeah, all those passages are not easy to play on the guitar. The original was played on the clarinet, and easier to play on the clarinet. Yeah, the very last lick is something that I've learned in Nashville.
That's right. I recognize that.
I think there are some tunes by Jerry Reed or Chet Atkins that
Right.
at the
Shave and
end
haircut.
this lick, and I thought it would be funny to put it there.
Right. Now, this wasn't the dishwasher's polka. No, it was a different one. What's this one called?
This is called Grandpa Polka, but I know that in many countries
Ah.
it's called slightly different. I met yesterday Rory Hoffman. He
Yeah.
used to play it on the accordion, and he thought it's the polka from America. Well, I thought it
Oh,
was a Polish polka
even though it's Polish.
because that was the signal of the Polish radio for many years. And I remember this song when I was a kid, so that's why it's on my album, because my album is kind of a retrospection to all the songs that somehow made me to pick up the guitar when I was 12.
Yeah.
And so I included the polka. But I know it's a traditional song, and I actually read on Wikipedia that the author, the composer, is not confirmed. So we don't know actually where this polka come from. But in Poland, we say it's granddad polka.
Okay. There was a Polish restaurant when right near me when I was living in Elmhurst, Illinois, and on Saturday nights they'd have a polka band, and it was the most fun thing to do. You just grab it, and then if I was lucky, there was one dancer, Warren Kabuchik, was about the tallest person I'd ever seen. And if I was lucky, I would get him as a partner, and then I would be airborne. I'd take a couple steps, and pretty soon I'd be up in the air for much of the dance. So it was just great fun. I mean, people, you make fun of the polka as
But this is so optimistic, so uplifting song. I mean, every time when we play it, even the members of the orchestra, they've got this big smile when they play. You can't not smile when you listen to this song, right?
That's great. That's great stuff. And now you've recorded some Polish folk songs and dances and that as well.
Yeah, it's some really songs that inspired me to become a musician. I didn't even realize it, they had so much impact on me. It was from the time when I was vegetable, when I was discharged from the hospital after being in a coma. I had this time in my life that I could do nothing, just thinking about what I have done before and what made me to make a musician. And so all those songs are included on Second Life. They somehow been around me always. Of course, there are 4 of my original compositions, but the rest are the songs that inspired me to become a musician.
So that's an amazing history. So you were in a coma for how long?
44 days.
Wow.
Yeah, I was on the ventilator, respirator, whatever you call it. I was one of the first patients here in the UK, and it hit me very badly. So they had to put me in coma after 2 weeks.
Wow.
And then after 2 weeks, it was so bad that the doctors thought I wouldn't be able to make it over the night. They called my wife and son to say goodbye to me. But I managed with all those lovely people who prayed for me and who were sending me energy.
I remember praying for you over the internet at that time. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm only alive because of that, I think. Because at that time, the medicine said there is no hope for him.
And here you are. And with the most amazing project ever.
Yeah, thank you very much. But it was stressful when I was discharged because nobody could tell me whether I'd be able. Actually, they said that I won't be able to play the guitar at this level that I used to. Because being in a coma for 44 days, it's like you are losing muscles, you are losing everything. I remember the first few days, I couldn't remember any piece that I played. And it took me about 2 months to lift up one of my hands because all the muscles were destroyed. So it took me almost 2 years to recover. Almost fully recovered because my lungs are working on 70% now. And according to the doctors, that's the maximum that I can get back. But I'm happy with what I got. I can still play the guitar. I recorded this album. I can jam with other people, which is beautiful. And I can talk to you.
Yes, and we are happy to have you here. And so happy. And Brian told me just yesterday that one of the places he most wants to go visit is Poland. He's just fascinated by,
Which one, sorry?
Brian, my significant other. Yes.
But what place? I didn't
just anywhere in Poland.
Okay.
That's because he just sees that kind of as the window between the Europe and Eastern Europe, and such a fascinating country.
Poland is beautiful. Go to Krakow or Gdańsk. I'm the professor of jazz guitar in Gdańsk at the Music Academy. It's a beautiful place at the seaside, and near the mountains. We've got Krakow, which is also beautiful.
Well,
Poland is great.
yes. Well, speaking of which, we need to let you go because you need to catch your plane to Poland,
Yeah,
and
I'm trying.
we'll say goodbye, and we'll play one more of the orchestra cuts as an outro.
Thank
And
you. Thank you very much.
thank you,
Thank you for
thank you,
having
and I
me.
hope to see
Take
you
care.
live, either in the U.S., Manchester, or Poland. Who
Thank
knows?
you very much. I
Okay,
hope to see you soon
hope so.
in the real life.
luck to you, Adam, and we'll see you all on Monday Live next week.